Alfred Edward Briscoe, regimental number 4370. He was born in Greta and enlisted at West Maitland on the 15th of November 1915. He was a miner. His unit was the 20th Battalion B Company. Alfred is described on his initial medical examination as being 27 years and 10 months of age, standing 5 foot 8 inches tall and weighing 170 pounds, with a fresh complexion, brown eyes and light brown hair. He was married to Clara, with 3 young children, Leo, Alfred and Walter. In September 1912, while working in the mine, he suffered spinal column concussion from a fall of coal. It was the 3rd accident that week at the Greta Colliery, but he recovered and in 1915 passed his medical to enlist. He was at Casula on the 17th of December 1915, and on the 9th of April 1916 he embarked from Australia to England. In June 1916 he was charged with being drunk and conduct to the prejudice of good order and military discipline at Perham Down. Not too surprising for a tough young miner from Greta. He was sentenced to 28 days confined to barracks. I can only estimate where Alf was sent during 1916 to 1919, as his records only show the country he was in at any one time. But the areas the 20th Battalion served, in France and Belgium, give us an idea of where he fought. On the 6th of September 1916, he proceeded to France, then on the 15th of September joined the 11th Reinforcements of the 20th Battalion in Belgium. The 20th were in a quieter section of the front, but then headed south to France in October to provide reinforcements for the attack near Flers in November. The conditions there were described as the worst encountered by the AIF. On the 11th of November 1916, Alf was wounded in France, a gunshot wound to the right shoulder and arm. After being transferred from the 11th Casualty Clearing Station on the 15th of November, he was eventually admitted to the 2nd Auxiliary Hospital at Southall, England, on the 11th of December 1916. He left Folkestone, England, on the 24th of April 1917. Then he rejoined his unit at Etaples in France on the 30th of April 1917. Throughout 1917, the 20th Battalion was involved in battles at Bullecourt in May, where German attacks resulted in some of the bloodiest trench fighting of the war, and the Battle of Menin Road in September, where the 1st and 2nd Australian Divisions of the AIF became involved for the first time in the 3rd Battle of Ypres. The 2 AIF divisions sustained 5,013 casualties in that action. On the 20th of January 1918, Alf was appointed Lance Corporal, and on the 23rd of January went to the Australian Corps School in Belgium, then rejoined his battalion. He went on leave in England on the 16th of February, then rejoined his unit in Belgium on the 9th of March. On the 21st of March 1918, most of the AIF were transferred to the River Somme to help repel the German advance. He was promoted to temporary corporal on the 7th of April in France, then corporal on the 7th of July 1918. The 20th Battalion participated in the Battle of Amiens on 8th of August. On the 11th of August, a heavy German counterattack east of Ypres was repulsed. On the 11th of August, after displaying remarkable coolness and courage, he repaired his Lewis gun under heavy machine gun fire. He then moved forward and encountered enemy machine guns. After consolidating his position, under his supervision, his unit was kept in action. This occurred near the village of Raincourt. On the 21st of August 1918, he was recommended for mention in dispatches. On the 29th of August, he was detached to the 5th Infantry Brigade, which was made up of the 17th, 18th and 20th Battalions in France, and went to England on the 1st of September as Corporal TDS of Permanent Cadre of the 5th Training Battalion from the 20th Battalion. From the 11th of October till the 25th of October 1918, he attended a 23rd Lewis Gun course at the Australian School at Lidworth. He qualified in exam first class and range practice first class. On the 12th of April 1919, he was admitted to Tranmere Hospital at Birkenhead, suffering from his old gunshot wound to the right shoulder. He was eventually discharged from hospital on the 1st of July 1919 and returned to Australia, reaching Melbourne on the 17th of August 1919 for demobilisation. On the 19th of September 1919, a letter was sent to his wife concerning the London Gazette notification on the 27th of December 1918 This related to the conspicuous service rendered mentioned in dispatches. Alf was awarded the 1914-15 Star, British War Medal and Victory Medal. During 1920 he received the oak leaf emblem for his mention in dispatches, which he wore on his Victory Medal. The name Briscoe AE is inscribed on a memorial panel of the Greta War Memorial, along with the names of 3 of his brothers. After the war, Alf returned to coal mining, working in the new Greta mine. Clara became pregnant again and they had their 4th child, a daughter, Ida Mary. On the 12th of December 1922, Alf was killed instantly by a fall of coal. About 5 tonnes of conglomerate had fallen as he was preparing to make the place safe. An inquest over the collapse returned the verdict that death was due to an accident. He was aged 35. Alf had been a popular worker and secretary of the New Greta Miners' Lodge, previously secretary of the Branxton Miners' Lodge. He was also a member of the MUIWF and Buffaloes. Sadly, their youngest son, Walter Andrew, aged 8, drowned in the nearby Whitburn Colliery Dam only 16 months later. In 1940, his sons Leo and Alfred continued the family tradition of serving our country. Leo served in the 2nd 3rd Battalion AIF and Alfred in the 2nd 30th Battalion AIF during the Second World War. Clara remained in their home in High Street, Greta, and reared the children on her own.